Good morning, students. This is the third part of your chapter Log on to Access. In part 2, we learned about the components of Access, creating database using templates, and creating blank database. Now, in this part, we will learn about data types, rules for naming a field, field properties, views of table, adding a table, setting data type in table, and primary key. Now let's understand the concept of data type. Now what is data type? Well, whenever we think of creating a database, of creating a table in MS Access, we all know in order to create a table, we have to form its structure, right? So what is there in the structure of a table? In the structure of a table, we create columns, and whenever we specify the name of these columns, we have to specify the data type of every column. So what does this data type do? It determines the type of data that a particular column or field can accept. For example, if you are creating a column of marks in which you are going to enter the marks of all the students, then the data type for it will be number, because you know that you are only going to enter marks in that particular column. No alphabets or no any other thing you are going to store in it. So this is the work of data type. Alright. Now MS Access provides us many data types. For example, yes, no, attachment, date, time, lookup wizard, short and long test, number, hyperlink, etc. There are much more data types, but we will read about those which are going to be used in the practical of yours. Alright, now we will start with the first data type, which is short text. So when do you use short text data type? It is used when you have to put alphabets or numbers or the combination of both in the column. So the maximum limit of short text field is 255 characters. It won't allow size more than it. Second is number. It only stores numeric information in the field. Third is long text. It also stores alphabets, numbers, or the combination of both. So what is the difference between long text and short text? The difference is number of characters it can store. Long text can store up to 65,535 characters, while the limit of short text is 255 characters only. So this long text you can use for the descriptive fields where you need to type more information. Then comes auto number. Now we can get some hint from the name itself. Auto number means the number which can be generated automatically. Here you don't even need to type the numbers. When you will start the entry of data in record, the number in the auto number will generate automatically. And the last one is date or time. What will happen in date or time? When you have to enter date of something, as for example date of birth, date of joining, date of leaving, etc., then you will use this type of data type. Alright. So now that we know that we should create fields before data entry in a table, and a table has multiple fields and each field is unique to a table. So we have rules for naming these fields. We will see each rule one by one. So the first rule is a field name can range from 1 to 64 characters, means the name should not contain more than 64 characters, or null. Null means nothing. So it should be specified in range only 1 to 64. Okay. Second is a field name can include letters, numbers, and some special characters as underscore. Apart from it, nothing can be stored as field name. Third is a field name cannot start with a blank space. Next is a field name can be in upper, lower or mixed case. Next is a field name cannot have a period, means full stop, exclamation or brackets. And the last one is you can change the properties of a field name, means storage size, formats and validation rule of a field name can be changed by specifying certain characteristics in the field properties pane. Now how we will do it? Let's see this in fields properties. Okay, but before it, let me tell you what is exactly field properties. The, proper the properties of a field describe the characteristics and the behavior of the data which is to be added to that field, right? That means the column which you are creating in a field, that characters of the data which will be added to that column, right? Now the question arises is where will we find these field properties? Well, they are present in the design view of the table. To change the field properties, click on the Home tab and then on the View button. Select Design View from the options there. Now you will see that the design view is in two parts. The first part is the one where you specify field name and its data types, and at the bottom you can see field properties. The field properties depend upon the data type which you have chosen for your field name. Well, now we will go through some field properties which we will use further in the practicals. Let's begin with the first field property, which is caption. Now what is the purpose of caption field property? This property helps us to display another name for the field which would make it more relevant, and its limit is up to 2046 characters. Now the next field property is required. This property helps us to specify whether it is mandatory to enter value into the field or not. If it is yes, then it is compulsory to enter a value in this field while entering a record. Now next property is validation rule. It is a property which helps us to create an expression which is tested against the data entered. Basically what it does? It actually applies a condition in the column. If the data you are entering satisfies the condition, then the data is correct, else incorrect. Alright, the data entered will be considered valid if it follows the set criteria, otherwise an error message will be displayed. Now the next property is validation text. This property is used with validation rule property. This property helps us to define the error message which is to be displayed on the screen when the validation rule is not met while entering data. Next property is default value. Now what is the purpose of this? This property helps us to set a value which will be automatically inserted into the field while entering a record. Which means when you are starting to enter the record into the field, then a value will be automatically appear into it. Next is field size. What does it do? This property is used to specify the maximum size for the data stored. This property is only available for short text, number and auto number data type students. Now the next field property is format. Format specifies the display layout of the field. It has different options for number, date and time. And the last property is input mask. It specifies the pattern for the data to be entered in the field. So students, that was all about field properties. Now we will see the views of a table. Students, in MS Access you can work on a table in two views. First is design view and the second one is datasheet view. Now datasheet view. What is the purpose of datasheet view? It is used to enter records in a table. And then design view. It is used to define the structure of a table. The upper part is divided into three columns, which is field name, data type, and its description. Field name and its data type is compulsory, while description is an optional part. The bottom part of design view is field properties, which we have already discussed. Now we will see how we can switch between these two views. MS Access allows you to switch from one view to another by following either of the two options. What is the first one? Click on the view button present in the view group, either on the home tab or on the fields tab in the views group. That means whether you click on home tab or on fields tab, you can access this view button from both these tabs. Apart from it, you can click on the design view or datasheet view button at the right corner of the status bar. Remember students, in our previous chapter we had discussed about the components of MS Access, in which we had discussed about the status bar, in which in the right hand side, in the most right corner of the MS Access display window, we have this view button. So from there also we can change the view option of our table. Now we will learn how to set data type for a field. We can set data type for the table field either in datasheet view or in design view. First we will see how to set data type in datasheet view. Students, when you create a field by entering data in datasheet view, MS Access automatically assigns data type to a field based on the data you have entered in the table. That means MS Access guesses which data type it should be based upon the record you have entered. But if you want to specify data type for a field by your own self, then you will have to click on the drop down arrow of click to add header and choose the required data type from the displayed list. That is how you can set data type in datasheet view. Now we will see how to set data type in design view. In design view, students, when you add fields to a table, by default each field is assigned a short text data type. To change or to define a specific data type for a field, click on the drop down arrow in the data type column of the field and select the desired data type from the displayed list. That is how we set data type in design view. Now students, you would have noticed that whenever you create a blank database, first field gets its field name automatically, which is ID, and its data type is auto number. When you will open this table in design view, you will see a key icon present beside ID. This key icon is known as primary key. Now this primary key is a standard feature of every database management system. It is a sort of check on the table that every record in the table is unique. The field which is designated as the primary key of a table neither can have duplicate data nor it can be left blank while entering the data. Remember students, we had read in the advantages of MS Access that it reduces replication of data. So to avoid replication, we use primary key in our MS Access field. So with this topic, I would like to conclude today's session, and the homework which is related to today's session are: write short note on validation text and caption property. Complete this homework till Wednesday 5 p.m. till Friday 5 p.m. and send it to my email ID. Students, do write your name, class and section in your homework. Thank you for listening. Be healthy, be safe and keep learning.